welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forward, here continuing the Ideas Guy livestream hunt. So we're doing pretty good. We need 500 ducats of income, and we're at about 200, but we are definitely by far and away the largest empire in the world, and we've currently been fighting our way through South America. So things are going pretty well, and the next target probably is the Caribbean once the coalition versus me dies down. I'd like to kick France out of North America, personally. So, that's the plan, and we'll see where things are going. It's 1620, so still quite a ways to go. Lots of Siberian frontiers here to gain control of more of the Brazilian rainforest. That's the key. It'll take a long time to get there. Also, apparently I'm going to have to fight the Dutch at some point. Can't say I'm particularly looking forward to that, but we'll see how things go. Let's see, what did I take for ideas? It's been quite a while since I actually played through this. Ah yes, we're working towards influence. I see. And we are going very much towards legalism for the cheaper tech. Yeah, I think we're doing fairly good. Obviously no colonial nations or anything, but that's not a major issue. We do have a free merchant though, apparently. Looking things in Chesapeake, so... Huh, interesting. We have to definitely take over the Caribbean to start really making money. We're losing 20 gold or whatever a month there. Inflation is still under control, that's all good. Policy's all set. Hello. And we're spying on the Ottomans to get cheaper tech costs. Speaking of the Ottomans, they're doing pretty well. As is the Danes up here. Danish Baltic, huge. Plus they still have Sweden, even better. Let's see, we're still converting totemists up north. We're still also culturally converting them wherever possible. Of course, that puts us further and further behind in Diplo ideas and tech, but that's the way it goes. Focus that for a little while. All of them in the coalition versus me. Oh well, we'll have to take it easy for a little bit. 216 gold, total of 57 profit a month. Level 3 advisors all around. Hey, what nation is that? A very custom nation. This is the Ideas Guys achievement, so you have to play a custom nation with full 800 points, but no more than 3 total development. Have a monthly income of 500 ducats. So it's quite the custom nation. That's Siberian frontiers, +1 admin skill, negative 15 maintenance, trade efficiency, discipline, states, fire damage, tax, development. Morale of armies, we are the Prussian government form. And we are also Shia. How do you increase the chance you get a personal union? Prestige. Prestige and diplo reputation. Obviously, they have to not have an heir for you to even get someone on their throne, so mostly luck at that point. Yeah, this is an interesting achievement. I decided to try and do it in the New World since it's a little bit easier. We'll see how it actually turns out, though. So far, we're dominating the world easily, so. Oh, free manpower. Oh, nice. Super state maintenance, nice. Okay, and that's almost done, even better. You really do need that tech, though. If we don't get manufacturers, I'm going to be very annoyed, considering we have a great many of them. I think we probably have a good portion of the ones in the world. Oh, free one tax. Colony finished. Good, good, good. That will allow some more frontiers. And Kodiak. So that must mean we're all the way up to here? Or not, because apparently that is not a land route. Okay. We'll send our actual colonists then. Because why not? Salutations, yes, salutations. Boost the merchants, I guess. Tons of money. At this point, it's just worth reinvesting the money continuously. Go. At least I knew exactly how much development I had to roughly have to get this achievement. But considering this is the only one I can go for, I might as well just do it here rather than in the old world. Yeah, I have a storm near me too, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. Analysis, apparently. Nice. That'll be done soon. We can all admire the mighty Prussian culture. And there's the complete collapse of the coalition versus me. Good. And we still didn't really have to fully build up our military. Don't have enough ships to take the Caribbean yet, but I probably can start another fight down here. Subject to Spain, which will protect them. We don't want that necessarily unless for some reason Spain decides not to join them. Spain is allied to just Savoy. Okay, we can beat Spain. Do we want Brazil or do we want La Plata though? Probably want Brazil, to be honest. I need a claim. Let's get some claims and then we can expand again. As if they can hope to stop my empire at this point. Oh, there we go. This should give me more of the Amazons yet. Or maybe not. We must be getting relatively close. Stop Prussia from forming. Prussia is not really as huge of a threat in the hands of an AI, I found. They're kind of a joke, which is sad. I mean, it's Prussia. They should be amazing, but they're not. I guess I'll take some of this idea group finally. And we'll get the tech. There we go. Just a little bit. There we go. As much of that as I can possibly pull off. Oh, another conversion done. Another totemist province converted. Poland can enter space, yes. The fun one to try to do. Probably should spend some of this military power before I go over again. After all, most of these are like 20-something development cost. 11 in the case of some of them. Kind of sad, really. Oh yeah. We'll put in the treasury. We need to give land to those guys. Where in the world is that? They probably down here somewhere? We'll just give it to them. Ulema, right? There we go. Another development increase. More manpower, more force limit, standard stuff. I'm doing pretty well. Do I have any mods I'd recommend? Me, IOU, and taxes people seem to like. I didn't love it that much. Iceland is really easy to form, yeah. Iceland is really easy to form. There's really no blobs in Europe other than France, who's expanded a little, and obviously the Ottomans and Crimea. Actually, the Crimea is allied to the Ottomans, and they pretty much cut off Russia from them. As usual, Spain is doing its thing. I'm actually kind of impressed by Venice. They're still controlling a fair amount of land in the Balkans. There we go. More manufacturers as can be. Castilian Brazil, let's get a claim on that. Be interesting to see if Spain actually comes to their aid, because they hadn't been coming to their aid over the recent wars. It's not like there's any reason for me to stop in expanding. Yeah, it doesn't look like Spain is coming to the aid of their colonies anymore, which is nice. Get a claim on La Plata then, and we can attack them as well. Easy stuff. Taking the Caribbean is going to be a nightmare, though. I hate island fighting. Worst thing in this game, trying to take a series of islands. Denmark, of course, is legendary for their defenses. Do 10 heavy ships at a time. Yeah. Oh, we still have quite a few being built. Is it normal for the Ottomans to own Australia? Not really, but they can colonize sometimes. If they get to the Persian Gulf rather quickly, they tend to take a colonial idea. Any tips to kill the Ottomans? Lots of morale and discipline. The Ottomans tend not to take military ideas. If these guys did. They took quantity and now they're taking offensive, but this is actually pretty typical. Admin, influence, innovative, or something else. So you can very easily overwhelm the Ottomans late game, of course, once you've got a large enough manpower to actually fight them. Early on, your best bet is obviously lots of morale, lots of troops, and have a fair amount of allies, and hope that the Ottomans get distracted. Any easy European formable nations? Tuscany. Tuscany is mind-numbingly easy to form, really. You literally have to conquer one province as Tunis and then just survive. It's not what you'd call a real tough achievement. Let's pull another army down just to help. Even though I've already taken their one fort. Okay. Oh! Religious establishment will react strongly to impious conduct of Jaunpur. Interesting. Some of these I've never really gotten a chance to see, how rare it is to play this late into the game. Or, it's not even that late into the game. Huh. That must have just been a weird event I've never seen, really. More to the dilemma. Oh, no. Yeah. Why are you unhappy all of a sudden? Oh, because of Neo-Sufism. Obviously, I haven't been playing a lot of Shia, so I wouldn't notice that. That makes sense. Boy, they want a lot of land out of the blue. Oh yeah, that should keep them happy. Take that. More diplomatic relations slots. Even though we're never going to get a colonial nation. What ideas do you take as Poland? I always take defensive ideas first, as pretty much every nation. One can hardly go wrong with defensive ideas, let me put it that way. It's probably the single strongest idea group. At least early to mid-game. Okay. Oh, Siberian frontiers are expanding once more. Pull you back. There. I've actually found sometimes annexing Lithuania is not the best move to make when you're playing as Poland, at least early on. Because it does weaken you annexing Lithuania, so if you're not ready for that sudden drop in power, it's actually rather easy to be invaded and wiped out by someone like the Ottomans. No problem. Still don't have our claim on Spanish La Plata yet, but it's slowly coming. We've avoided, I think, a really direct war with Spain, which is good. And Spain is losing versus France and Tuscany. Oh. Oops, nope, we don't want to do that. We want to move you there. The AI is really good at rebuilding armies, I've recently realizing. A lot better than most humans. Because of course they can micromanage it all easier. How much of you can we take in a war? We should be able to take a great majority of the country. We can actually go for full annexation. We just need a much higher war score. I'm good with that. That would be really nice to do. Eliminate one colonial nation, although probably Castile will just colonize again. Oh well. Progress. Slow progress. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a reasonable time to annex Lithuania. It's not worth specifically annexing them. It's much more worth waiting to get the form Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. So, if you get the chance, don't waste Diplo points on annexing them. Really not worth it. Oh, you guys scurried off that direction. Interesting. Sneaking a little bit away from me there. How much more do we need? Not much. Good. I really would like to wipe out that army. If I can, they'd probably give up. Go, Chaco Central is done. They are wanting peace now. They are willing to give me all their land. Good. Big land grab. Of course, now we're going to have absolutely no Diplo power for an age. But we are still... Well, we were trying to get towards absolutism, but I think we've kind of paused on that front for a while. Because we don't have any absolutism, it's worth wasting it all. How soon are we going to get any of these? We're not going to get any of these. That's kind of sad. Should build some universities, honestly. One, two, three. There we go. That should be enough universities. Obviously, I'm going to have to hunt down these rebels, but that's not a problem. Four Winds, Brazil. There we go. What's the best nation for tech? For just being the tech leader? Florence. Florence is the best tech nation in the game. They can get off to one heck of a lead. They can get innovation. They're relatively well developed. They've got good ideas. Florence is probably the best tech nation on their own. They don't necessarily have the highest tech discount, but the discount on ideas, if you go innovative as them as their first idea, tech-wise, you'll have no problem for the rest of the game. The issue, of course, is that their starting position is terrible. I don't think I've had a single Florence game where the Pope hasn't despised me. Which is rather annoying, really. Because Florence is one of their ideas is +2 papal influence. Oh, come on. Just get caught already and wiped out. Having trouble catching the cavalry, of course. No. Pull you down to here. We can start a fight over them. Quick. Expand the frontiers where we can. Oh, we can't trace a route back to the capital. Makes sense. There we go. Another one done. We're gonna have a little bit of trouble with that Dutch colony there. Maybe I could just threaten the Dutch for that land. Probably. I only really need one and then I can kind of run around it. I'm fine, Max. How are you? My throat's a little bit tired after doing as much recording as I did today, but otherwise I'm pretty good. Yep, Spain is not defending their colonies. This is much easier than I thought it could be. I think I said that last time I streamed this as well, and then I was surprised how easy it was. Oh, ruler died. Not the best heir, but that is a much better heir. Announcement of sect practices. About all we can do right now. Otherwise, we seem to be pretty good. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of admin issues for a while. When can I refocus? 8 years. Okay. I recommend you, when you get the vassal swarm that you can get, I recommend you stick with the vassal swarm as long as possible. It's really powerful. Smash the Ottomans first. That's also the way if you want to do the neither holy nor Roman achievement, you can get enough land in countries. Take it over, add all that land to the HRE, and then start splitting off tiny little countries out of it, and then just revoke the reform, and they're all going to join you again anyway. You don't really lose anything. It's rather amusing. I haven't bothered to do it. I should. Just an Austria game just takes forever. One can form Prussia. I've got to say, I'm not as overly enamored as Prussia as everybody else is. Russia's a really fun nation to play. They're really powerful, but they're not the single best nation in the game. on all things. They're very powerful, yes, but they're not necessarily the best. Depends what you go for. You just want pure military, probably, but I prefer other things. Let's boost you. Oh, good general. I'm happy with that. Never formed HRE, but you tried do it is obviously Austria. No real point in doing it as Prussia. Easier to form Germany as Prussia than unite the HRE. And reuniting the HRE is a pretty advanced achievement. One does have to be able to kill all the Catholicism when it Protestantism when it emerges, or else survive the war and then forcefully convert everybody back, which is a chore in its own right. We should be able to wipe these guys out. Full annexation, I need a lot more. Gotta catch this army, which is running away from me. There we go. There we go. The name is spreading. Just what we want. Yeah. Well, you're not really the Pope. You've got control of the Papal Curia for the time being. You now more accurately control the Pope. Are these guys just going to run away endlessly? Probably. This guy's got 4 maneuver though, so eventually I'll catch him. Let's fill in this area, might as well. More and more Siberian frontiers for the win. Oops, they're trying to outmaneuver me a bit here. We're not going to allow that, are we? Nope, I'm good average. You don't have to keep asking me, I'll let you know if there's something. There we go. Wiped out that army. How are we doing? Okay, 30 more. 37 or so more. Still got stuff to colonize from this war, but... I guess we are making progress. Slow but steady progress wiping out Spain's multiple colonies. I'm worried though if I take all this land before Spain finishes colonizing it. I'm gonna have to attack Spain for it anyway, I guess. What do we got? Imperial Conquest. Years of Separatism. Not really having any problem with separatism, to be honest. That's usually a sign they're almost ready for peace. They are, but they've gained a little bit more land. Accurate, I guess. A little bit more land gained. Oh, Spain, giving them more and more land. I'll be very annoyed if I try and take the land and they give me all the land and they've just gotten a colony, though. That would be rather annoying. It's happened. I've done it before. Ooh, 1 or 2 more territories. Yes, I know all the achievements average. You don't have to keep quoting them at me. I know what they are. Okay, that should be... Oh, no. One more. Oh, yeah. Come on, how is it hard? Is it to just surrender all your lands and give up completely? There we go. Take all that land. Isn't our empire looking lovely? Since we still have no absolutism, nor do we really particularly need any at the moment. Just boost all of this. The last thing I want to really do as this country is actually go do courting country. But as large as I am, that would be quite an annoyance. A negative almost 500 Diplo power, though. Okay. Those unjustified demands, huh? How long will the stream be? Probably a couple hours, depending on how I feel. We gotta hunt down all these really, really annoying separatists. Love how taking all that land only got us 25% overextension. Actually, we still had like 13 left from the last one. Really no cost at all, except for the chance of a coalition. Oh, and of course having absolutely no Diplo power for ages. Europe is not what you'd call particularly happy with me, are they? Denmark either. That is actually a slightly worrisome size of a coalition. I could probably beat it, but hopefully they won't attack me. I don't particularly have land they want, so... Oh well, you never know. Let's fabricate a claim on one of the Dutch provinces. They're actually not in this coalition so far. Oh, they actually can't join the coalition. That's amusing. Can you annex marches? No, you have to convert them into a vassal first, which lowers their opinion, cost you stability. Then you can start to annex them. Really, if you stick something in a march, you're probably not going to get it out of there. At least not for like almost 100 years. Just as a rule of thumb. So, lesson to be learned, don't stick anything in a march unless you have to. Or unless they're going to rebel against you unless you do. Which also works. I'll keep an eye out for Ulm. I'm not too worried about them. There's the coalition war. Good. Hoping they might do something stupid. Let's get some Torcicios. Whatever they're called. What does the fleet against me look like? They've got a pretty strong fleet, but I might actually be able to keep them busy. At least I could probably stop them from running transports to my lands. We will go for Eastern American coast, probably. Yeah. Leave one army in my capital. Actually, no. Let's move this over here. Leave you there. What are you up to? You're just a transport fleet. I don't care about you. Let's remerge these two. There. Where are you off to? Oh, you're still hunting down rebels. Okay. Time to fight a coalition. I've seen Rukuyu. Rukuyu is amazing. If you can get going as Rukuyu, you've got amazingly amount of power behind you. Let's raise autonomy. A little bit annoyed about that rebellion there, though. Where is going to be the first fight? You know what, let's... Oh, we can't afford an admiral right now because we don't actually have Any Diplo power. That's a little annoying. Okay. Militarily wise, we should be stronger than pretty much the entire coalition. They'll have more troops, yes, but they've got to get across an entire ocean to get here. How long do I think it'll take before I get the achievement? What am I at now? 230, so we're almost halfway there. I'm going to say 1750 because the value of land starts rapidly to increase by then, especially if I start getting more trade or I go invade Europe. We'll see. Not entirely sure when all the New World trade bonuses start to kick in. I think it starts around 1700, some of those bonuses, so we'll see then. France is in this coalition, right? Yes. Let's raise a troop then. I think I see a Danish fleet. See if I can catch said Danish fleet. Are they going to manage to do that? They are trying to get away. Ha 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 ha. I have won the war. The war is over. Okay, nice to see you. Take Bermuda, that's what I hopefully will do. This achievement is a run for Ideas Guy, which is starting as a custom nation with full 800 custom nation points, but no more than 3 total development, have a monthly income of 500 ducats. We are up to about 230, and this is our empire. 3,550 development, and now the Ottomans are helping me. We still are outnumbered. The Ottomans are so dead. Well, that actually is a good thing because they were getting a little uppity. We'll let them deal with that. Let's get this Danish fleet before they get away. Oh, they're going to get away on me. Are they? Yeah, they're actually faster than I can catch. It's frustrating. They don't seem to be landing any troops. I'm not too worried about this. Big issue here. Blockades, I guess. Oh. Oh, yeah. I forgot I was allied to Portugal. Oh, poor Portugal. Rip Portugal. Rest in peace. You are so dead. They didn't actually get hit by that many troops. Interesting. Well, they got 35,000. They might hang on to some of North Africa. Especially now the Ottomans are here. Okay, that's that. Rebels dealt with. Where are you guys going? There. There we are. 2 free production. Are we going to do this? No. We're not going to empower religious fanatics. Doesn't tend to work out well for people in the long run. At some point I'm going to have to wipe out like the Carib nation and Tapoya down here as well. AI Rukuyu killed the Ming in one of your games? That's unbelievable. That's amazing. I've got at some point. My eternal goal for Europa is to conquer the world as Rukuyu and convert it all to animism. Unfortunately, I don't think it's possible to do it as animist. You might be able to figure it out somehow. Probably be easier as Rukuyu to convert to, what is it, Buddhist is the one you want to convert to? There's one, they get a special event for conversion to another religion. Pretty crazy. Let's move these to this way. In the event of any land and naval invasions there, we're all set. I don't really care about Cuba per se. And the Ottomans are going to have one heck of a fight on their hands. The best part about this is Spain and France and all those, they're going to be fighting the Ottomans and Portugal, and even if they get troops to me, I should be able to beat them. But if they don't, they're going to waste all their manpower and energy on the war by fighting the Ottomans. And so even though once the Ottomans peace out, I should be in really good shape. Not the wisest move, but... And there we go. What else we got? Standardized uniforms. We'll do it for now. We're at what, 45? 45? We're doing pretty good. Let's get some more manufacturers going. Not really worried about money, so... Yeah, I know they have their own page there. I just haven't gone through all the details of them. But we need a lot more money, though, to get a better advisor. At least we'll be able to take out Newfoundland, France. The Ottomans are so dead. They're severely behind in discipline, and they're behind in morale, and somewhat behind in tactics. Yeah, I'm not thinking the Ottomans are going to win this, but then again, underestimating the Ottomans at any point in the game is kind of stupid. They're out of manpower already, though. Time for them to get tons and tons of mercenaries, I guess. I could probably fund them if I really wanted to. Just send them like 30 gold a month. Same thing with Portugal. I think Portugal's kind of realized they can't win and are just hiding down here. France died to Mali, that's crazy. Have I played Hearts of Iron 4? I actually have a whole Let's Play as communist China in Hearts of Iron. Before I finally kind of just went, okay, I'm done with this, because it was taking like 20-minute video I'd get through like 6 months. It was awful. So I eventually, just because I was so annoyed, I accidentally left the game on overnight when I went to sleep and didn't come back to it till almost 20 hours later. The silly civil war had progressed 4 years and nothing had happened. Only 2 million more people had died. So. Once they get some of the Hearts of Iron problems solved, I'll definitely go back to Hearts of Iron. I have never tried Victoria 2. I was going... once they started announcing all their other new versions, I was thinking, well, they'll probably do a new version of Victoria 2. I should just wait for that. And it doesn't seem like they're going to do a new Victoria. Victoria 3, I should say. This coalition against me is pretty much entirely pointless. The only thing it's going to do is ruin my relationship with Portugal and pretty much just delay my conquests. Maybe I'll even invade Europe for fun at some point. It's not like I couldn't. The entire worth of 2 continents invading Great Britain or Denmark, that would be fun to see. Poor Ottomans, they've lost so many troops. Folks, not right now. I'm in a war. Not right now. I'm in a war. Although I did hear a good joke the other day, which I could do if people are interested. Not a ha 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 die laughing one, but it's pretty good. Get another Siberian frontier. There we go. How big is the name now? Oh, it's blocked by the Caribbean. Yeah, that's a problem. The sheer attrition losses on both sides. 61. 62, 61 more score. The Ottomans are having some serious problems. The only thing they got is overwhelming numbers, and when that fails, the Ottomans tend to die really easily. Yeah. And that army is going to get stack wiped, probably. Oops. Oh, okay, that isn't me. Thought I was losing a battle somewhere and I was a bit concerned. Okay, we've taken those ships out. Might as well run you down there and join you to that force. And we're still waiting for the war to actually really reach our shores. Ah. Well, I'm fine with that. Let's hunt down some rebels. And more importantly, continue our expansion, hopefully cutting off Spain from controlling this area, or colonizing this area. There we go, let's get Tierra del Fuego. We'll go from all the way from Alaska, all the way to Tierra del Fuego. We've got Greenland, we've got the Aleut Islands, now we've got... you know what, let's go for Hawaii. We want Hawaii. Yeah. And separatists, they're not going to be a problem. I almost might as well just fabricate claims on these guys and wipe them out. Oh wait, I have a claim on these guys? Okay, I didn't know I had a claim on that. Probably then think about getting a claim on the other tiny ones? Probably. There we go. More progress. More progress trying to deal with this insane amount of overextension. At least we're going to get some absolutism in this age. Or at least admin efficiency. The HRE might manage to make itself to a second reform. Because it's all Protestant now. Or mostly Protestant. 14 members are not part of it. There's only one heretic prince in the empire. Wow. Just a good portion of it's under control of France. Figures France would be the one. France, Russia, or Denmark, the ones that are most likely to own HRE lands, other than obviously if Spain inherits it. There we go. Progress there. Will I ever do a Venice Let's Play? Maybe. I've been messing around with Venice a little bit. I wish I had done a Let's Play on the Venice game I was playing recently. As Venice, I managed to ally the Ottomans, which tells you what's happening, and then I pretty much conquered all of Italy. That was a fun one to mess around on. 100% trust from the Ottomans, so they never desire my land or want to kill me. Worked out wonderfully. The Ottomans are still fighting on. Go Ottomans. What are they up to in... Here's what they're up to in debt, but 93 mercenaries. Okay. Level 3 stability. So we can pretty much just sit back and ignore that. I can't necessarily say I've ever watched Pravas gaming. I don't tend to watch a lot of Europa Let's Play stuff. I watch some, but not much. Any more totemist provinces? Doesn't look like it. We might have managed to get rid of totemism in North America. Nice. That should be another couple cultural conversion provinces at some point. Keep that Prussian culture growing. Portugal's gonna die soon. I have no idea how the Ottomans are holding on. They should be being completely overwhelmed. I assume part of the reason is Spain is busy fighting Portugal. That's got to almost be 100,000 troops there. Yeah, about it. A little bit less. Yeah, the Sunday was okay. Well, it doesn't look like the war in Europe is going to change anytime soon. And outside of Europe, there's no real problems. I love how the war is a coalition war versus me and no one's attacking me. Feels rather kind of strange. Feels like the game needs to refocus its priorities a bit, but I suppose killing the Ottomans is a pretty big concern if you're in Europe. Just offhand. Ones that have pretty much destroyed Hungary and helped the Crimea kill Poland and southern part of Russia. Yeah, we'll do purification of tax laws for the moment. We don't have any war exhaustion because of the Prussian monarchy. Colonization of Hawaii is progressing probably rather slowly since I don't have any colonial ideas really. Oh, it just started. Fair enough. Crazy Ottomans. You know what, I think I'll send them a gift. Because they're doing such a good job fighting for me. You know, in their minds, they're probably fighting for what Islam, but against the people trying to wipe them out. The funny part of that is, of course, we're an entire different branch of Islam. We have nothing in common with the Ottomans. In fact, considering I've been spying on them as much as I have, they hate me. Who is the new tech leader? Austria likes me. Might just start spying on France now. How do I have so many colonists? I don't have. I have one colonist. I have one colonist. The rest are all Siberian frontiers. Siberian frontiers, as you can see. You know, I'm wondering if there would be a legitimate strategy as Russia to colonize your way into Alaska once you've colonized all of Siberia and then transport your government capital to the New World and then do Siberian frontiers. That actually might be a viable strategy now I think about it. So yes, Siberian frontier, since this is in fact a custom nation because it needs to be for the achievement. Ability loss, not too worried. The Ottomans look like they're slowly running out of troops. At least that's what it looks like to me. It looks like they lost an army though. Everybody's starting to want to leave the war except for, of course, Spain because it's a silly coalition war. According to this, 10 months more. In reality, I think it'll be a little bit more or less. It'll never be 10. At some point, we're going to have to kick Spain out of that region. Oh yeah, I was going to spy on the Caribs and stuff. I always find it weird starting another war when their own war. It's a custom nation, and it's with 800 points. I think I devoted like 300 or 400 points, and it's not free. It's like 19 or so Diplo power. Fully goes without the need of a colonist, and there's no maintenance. But yes, it's definitely the most powerful idea in the game. Singularly that idea. Ah, there we go. Portugal left. Portugal lost a lot too. And they lost their colonies. Yay. They lost their colonies. Wonderful. Now that is an opportunity, if I do say so myself. That is a real opportunity. Currently they don't have any allies, so I can probably attack them and wipe them out. Send troops to Spanish South America? Oh yeah, I'm at war with Spain, aren't I? Duh. Tells you how much I'm paying attention to the war. Once I take these guys out, I will. It's not like I'm in a big rush, being the war leader. Thanks for that, though. Average. I think that's Greek. I don't speak Greek, but if somebody does, someone's talking in it. Everybody's outraged by my actions, of course. We're definitely going to get some land from this war. I could probably honestly just demand the Spanish colony since they don't actually have a port in them. Another general dead. You know, honestly, at this rate, my professionalism is going up not because I'm drilling, just because of all the generals I have to keep hiring. There we go. 100 prestige, pretty much solely due to Siberian frontiers. And of course fighting. Guess I'm happy with it. 35 days, then we'll peace out of that war, and then we'll start seeing what we need to do to get out of Spain. That looks Roman? I don't know. Russian? It could be Russian. Oh, they're more than welcome to watch as well. Okay, 51 days. Split. Split and occupy. Spain's actually getting more and more interested in this war as time goes on. I've got to be careful because the Ottomans are almost ready to leave. Low war enthusiasm. The only thing keeping in the game is we're winning the war. Ideally, I want to take the Spanish lands down here, take the islands, take the Falklands, and then kick the French out of Newfoundland. We'll see if we can actually do any of that. So I could take all that land, but I couldn't take any of Newfoundland. I might actually leave the Spanish with the land, because they're just going to recolonize up there. This would be a bigger prize. Oh, I can't take Denmark, of course. We get Bermuda. I can click on Bermuda. There we go. And Falklands. There we go. Not perfect. Still gonna have some Spanish presence, but at least we're gonna get rid of the French. Oh, what country I'm playing? Custom nation. Punitive war and everything. Thank you, Ottomans. You made this a lot easier than I thought it would be. That and my fleet. Where did my fleet wander off to? There they are. Fleet was very handy. Overextension. São Vicente is actually contributing to overextension. And of course, thank you to the people who just subscribed actually to the channel, which are probably some of you watching, because that tends to be the way it happens. Thank you for doing that. I put out a Europa video a day, and I usually do a multiplayer stream on weekends. People are welcome to join. And of course, I'll do random achievement streams myself. Oh, free diplomatic relation when I have 0 diplomatic relations. Might not have been the most useful thing to have happen. I can't re-ally myself to Portugal. At least Portugal's getting demolished. So. Haiti has emerged. I guess that's what the, or at least Portuguese one becomes. Interesting. Nothing really important from them. Just I have a truce with them. Yeah, I know, Haiti. I don't think I've ever seen Haiti emerge. But then again, right now, the way the game is done, it really... I haven't seen any colonial nations break free, ever. I've never seen the United States form. Actually, no, I've seen it once, and that was on the patch where being able to form the United States came out. Apparently I've got some orphaned armies down here. Go. Pull you out. Let's put everybody we can towards drilling. If we're ever going to invade Europe, we're going to need lots of well-trained, well-disciplined troops. With lots of manpower. I'm glad we got the Falklands at least. AIs really need to remember to put forts on their islands. Do I recommend all DLCs for EU4? Europa 10 is pretty good because it introduces innovation in all the British stuff. If you're going to play Britain, it's needed. Otherwise, not overwhelmingly necessary. Cradle of Civilization is really good if you ever play Muslim nations. Mare Nostrum is pretty good if I remember. Can't entirely remember what that introduced. And Mandate of Heaven, if you're going to play in China, is pretty good. You can lock all. Not entirely sure what you mean. I can select and force all of them to drilling? I could get all my armies drilling, but I'm not going to at the moment because I'm going to start a war over here. And let's get a level 3 advisor going. We could actually promote these ones, can't we? If we had enough money, we could. I should probably refocus on admin there. Our crazy conquests are almost all over, so. Never made Sunset Invasion. Yeah, I like the. I actually like the concept of Sunset Invasion in Crusader Kings. I honestly would do Crusader Kings Let's Play if people were interested, but I pretty much buy the DLCs for EU4 and Crusader Kings rarely without looking. Obviously I don't have Victoria 2. Hearts of Iron I've examined a bit. I'll get those on sale. And Stellaris I'll get on sale. Well, of course the OP colonization only functions if you're doing custom nations. Oh, that fell. Probably can use this army, really. I can't wait until they probably introduce someday the ability to give the AI orders to go hunt and fight enemy armies. That would be nice. Sometime micromanaging armies, especially when you're hunting a single regiment, gets annoying. So, We can actually get a claim on one of Haiti's provinces. Where is the Haitian capital? Antigua. And we've maxed out a military power. Great. Strengthen government, I guess. I could increase the militarization of our country. I don't think I need to. I don't really need the absolutism either, but might as well get a little bit. Yeah, it's really useful. Well, I think without Third Rome, Russia automatically has a colonist, so you can still do the colonizing with them. You just have to make sure you tolerate natives. Of course, that's supposed to change in the next expansion. Get rid of, actually make the policies with natives more dynamic, which should be fun. I don't know what it's going to turn into. I suspect Siberian frontiers will stay the same, but normal colonization will change. Speaking of it, I miss taking the Galapagos Islands. And Hawaii is slowly being colonized. Too bad I couldn't get something like Australia. Probably could steal Australian land from England or France at some point. That might be vaguely useful. Of course, we still want the tech rather than other stuff. Promote that advisor to level 4. I want to get this 56 one, causing half of our problem. We're going to have to hunt down the army, aren't we? AI is unwilling to surrender even though they're outnumbered heavily. I don't think the Russian ideas are weak. The Russian ideas, the Muscovy ideas are relatively weak. The Russian ideas are strong in a different way than the Muscovy ideas, which is interesting, at least to my mind. Very interesting. Well, actually, to be fair, and this is my one defense of Paradox DLC policies, Bomby FX, is that they tend to lock the micromanagement stuff behind the paywall. They don't lock the features behind the paywall, which makes it a little bit better in my mind. You can still do everything the micromanagement does, you just have to micromanage it yourself. There we go. That area is all mine now. And we will start with that. And I'm going to waste some of my absolutism. My very little absolutism. And I think we smashed all the armies. And now, is it time to threaten Holland? It is time to threaten Holland. We now have Protestantism in our empire. Okay. We've pretty much taken over South America now. A couple little more wars. Central America is going to have to wait till we can attack Haiti, which is going to be, what, 6 years? 6 years. I should actually get my transport fleet on the right side of the Caribbean. Right side of Panama. And once we take over Haiti, we should start pulling in a lot more money. The Prussian government form is just giving me way too much military ideas, but I guess that's why you take Prussia. You probably spend that to develop your lands to actually have a decent manpower pool as Prussia. That's probably the way it's meant to do. Be done, you know. Trade efficiency, we'll do that, and then we're going to waste a ton of military power on developing our lands. Because that's what we do periodically. There we go. What are we up to now? 3,724. Now, why aren't these two the same? Oh, unless it hasn't accounted for what I just developed. There we go. It was like 30 development right there. I don't know when the update is. I wish I did, but Paradox really doesn't go out of their way to support streamers or players, really. Yeah, the patch is nice. I like the fact they do other stuff. Huh. We'll get that. I think probably most of us here are students or recent students. Although there is a surprising number of people who are in their 40s who watch my channel, which I'm a little bit surprised about. But I wouldn't think there are that many people who are 40 or so that watch YouTube Europa games, but there are. Let's see. We can get to tech again. Good. And are we going to be able to suppress these rebels? No. Great. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Wasted all the military power, now I need all the military power. That's the way of Europa for you. Oh, what's this nation? I have never seen this one. Asa. Oh, something out of the Somalis. Mamluks have a single province left. Marwar did well this time. Ba'amanis won. Indonesia's a little bit more dynamic these days. Japan is being beaten up by Korea, apparently. Yeah, New are still around, but who is this sneaking in here? Spain. Spain has invaded Japan as well. Interesting. No one's going to get any more of North America if I have anything to say about it, other than, of course, Spain being a bit annoying here. Can't do much about that. Could be fake dates. We don't actually have a date yet of when they're going to release the update. I think it's going to be at least another month. Probably a month and a half. They usually announce about a month out. Probably 2 months. So actually I might even be able to finish my Manchu Let's Play and then do another one. It'd be interesting. Still would like to do a world conquest one, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Although this might actually be the largest conquest I've done in terms of land area. In terms of development though, I've done better. That was that exciting Golden Horde game where I got the Great Khan achievement. Before I started streaming, of course. That was a fun one. Took forever, but fun. Oh. Yeah, I think in some ways the Mamluk government form is better than the Prussian one. I think the big benefit of the Prussian one is the ideas as well. Prussian ideas are really strong. Plus, if you ever get desperate, you militarize your country and you're almost unstoppable. But probably the actual strategy you're supposed to use as the Prussians is kind of what I've got now, which is ending up building up a huge reserve of military power. And then using it suddenly to militarize your country and get all the benefits of that. What is the actual full benefits? Yeah, if you get it all the way to 10, that's another 10 discipline, 20 recovery speed, negative 20 land maintenance. You could get some really insane boosts in strength as them. Which I guess is probably how you're supposed to use it. Use that to break out, gain land suddenly, then wait a while, kind of tech up, and then do it again. 2 of 3 mountains? I want to. I really do. Could be fake dates with the people watching. Bye, Balmy FX. Hopefully you show up again someday. I've done Ethiopia average. I've done an entire Let's Play as Ethiopia until I finally stopped. That was the days when I tried to run too many series. I've done it before. It's not the easiest of countries to play. Fun, yes. But the Ottomans are still almost unkillable as them. You can win wars against the Ottomans. It's just if they ever get to you as Ethiopia, they're really hard to kill. Maybe I could do it now that the Ottomans don't expand as much as they used to. Bermuda is mine. Isn't that lovely? Really random island in the middle of nowhere in the scheme of things. Great naval base position. Right up there with the Azores. Portugal is guaranteed by France. Nice. When can I ally you? Not for another 4 years. Might as well try and stay somewhat allied to Portugal, considering I've liked them, but they're getting killed by Great Britain. What is the war over? Sierra Leone. No one controls Sierra Leone. Yeah, Sierra Leone is, I believe, not anywhere they're near. No, it happens. The AI is fighting a war over a province neither of them actually controls. Happens more than one would think. We can in fact attack Haiti in 3 years. Get another claim going. As long as they don't have an ally, which I doubt they will, we should be able to wipe them out in a single war. Oh, bye to the average. Bye, average. No, I don't mind. It's readable English. I've got quite a few friends who are like Portuguese and stuff, so their language is a bit off as well. Ooh, that air. Sigmund 656. Sigmund Caro had Acho. I think it was giving me names based off where I started in the world rather than my actual culture, because otherwise that's a little bit weird. Sigmund, yes, but the last name. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand all the intricacies of the game. I wish I did. That I could do 3 mountains like some people I've seen do. I have actually gotten to becoming the #1 great power in the world as Rikuyu by like 1600, which is a problem because you have to do better than that. You know what, let's just... I don't control an island there. We're going to need some more transports if we're going to ever invade Europe either. So let's create some more transport. One year, we should be good there. Well, it's because I get +3 from being Prussian to military, and I get +1 towards admin for my national ideas. So I'm always going to get 4. If you take away 4 from that, I've got, what, 17 there? If you take away 4 from that, it's only 13, which is good, but it's not amazing. Plus, I started out with a 666 ruler, so it's already in the family line. Considering we've had no royal marriages or anything, it's purely internal. My particulars rebels not being killed? I thought they were. Yeah. Go deal with them if you would. Always. Well, one trick if you do is if you have the ability to disinherit an heir, any heir that is less than 8, unless you're, of course, your monarch's really old and you're afraid of falling into a union or something, you should always disinherit heirs that are under 8, if you can afford to. Always. 8 is the average. Before, if you don't have the ability to disinherit heirs, the average is about 5 or 6 for your whole game. So being able to disinherit heirs skews the curve of what level rulers you have quite a bit. It actually has overall increased the monarch points of the entire world. I did have a pretty bad ruler there for a while. I think I had like a 2-1-0 at the beginning at some point. Just takes time to recover. Oh yeah, sometimes I'd kill for a 5-5-3. I was playing a game and I ended up with like a 2-1-0 ruler through to an event. I was very frustrated. Or when you start a game and you're playing as the Ottomans and within 6 months their genius ruler dies. That's another one of those moments you kind of go, ugh. I did get to see the Ottomans get killed by the AIs today. By 1470, Byzantines controlled this whole area and were invading Anatolia. Ramazan was huge, Kandar was huge, and the Mamelukes were big. The knights owned 3 or 4 provinces. It was a very weird game because I had nothing at all to do with it. I was messing around with Saxony. Just sit back and watch. Look down there and the AI has killed the Ottomans. Pretty interesting, I will say. Yeah, the AI proved to be a little bit better. I've seen that happen a couple times now. Usually if you play a nation you don't interact with the world, I find that tends to fire that event. Pull you over. What are we looking at for peace? 1.5 years. What's my favorite nation? Well, it's actually not too risky to disinherit heirs as Austria. Just start with influence ideas rather than diplomatic. And have lots of royal marriages. You're pretty well set. My favorite nation? Oh, I really like Portugal. I like Portugal. I love Austria. And Florence are the other ones. Those are my 3 favorites, probably. Portugal, Florence, and Austria. Mainly because Florence is really good. Plus, you don't have to conquer as much. Some days I just get tired of conquering everything in sight. Other days I'm kind of like, why can't I conquer everything in sight? So. By the way, I died as my Saxony game earlier. That's why I'm not playing that. Went to war and no one came to help me. It's a bit unfortunate. Let's get some admin power. I might actually have to give land to the merchants. I actually haven't made this a core yet. Do that. Oh, great. I accidentally cored the wrong ones. Ugh. Suppose that makes sense. There we go. Get Cartagena under control. Give it to them. And get some diplo power out of it. Of course, we'll spend all the monarch power almost immediately, but progress is progress. Really? Bar built to 900. That's cool. Austria is mainly luck. You can skew the luck a little bit by going diplomatic ideas and then royal marriaging anyone who looks like they have a chance of not getting an heir. And then if they do get the heir, since you get reduced stability loss due to this breaking royal marriages, if you finish diplomatic ideas, you can then freely break that royal marriage without any problems. If you keep doing that, eventually you'll get unions. Of course, if you're Austria, you can also force the unions too, which is a very viable strategy. I would say most of the islands in the Pacific have been colonized. Are there any uncolonized ones? No, but apparently I can jump into Siberia. So, hello Siberia. Are we doing well tech-wise? We are. I could get more money from my priest if I wanted to. Not entirely sure I want to, though. 1 year to the invasion of Haiti. We're going to hit them with 94 ships. I think we can win that. Let's do... Harsh treatment. That's the best one. Harsher treatment. Harsher treatment is the best of those splendor ideas. Well, you're probably getting better, Bomb AFX. I was pretty terrible till I hit at least 100 hours. Then I sort of understood what I was doing. But it took me to about 1,000 hours before I started to be pretty good. And let's see, as of today, I just passed, literally, I just saw the icon change from 3,296 to 3,297 hours. Minus a couple, obviously, for the computer being left on sometimes. And I'm still not that great. It's kind of sad when you can play a game for this long and still not be wonderful at it. Probably in the top tier, yes, but probably not in the top, like, 50 players. So there are some people who literally just play to exploit the game. I also play for fun. And I probably wouldn't play half the nations I do if I wasn't doing Let's Plays. I'd probably play a lot more different nations. Well, Spain managed to sneak in there with their insane colonizing speed. I don't know why they're not after Siberia, but they're going to reform Spanish Brazil on me. Another Spanish Brazil to kill. How annoying. Well, part of the problem as a new player is you want to expand fast, and expanding is actually really difficult. Really is. You spend most of your time when you're trying to expand trying to maximize ways of not having the most aggressive expansion in cost. Like if you're trying to conquer things, you go, oh well, I've influence and administrative ideas. Just it saves you the monarch points. Internal management, you always stay at 1 stability. You prefer to mothball forts than mothball armies. Alliance building and maintaining is key. You know who your allies should be, why they should be your allies, when to break alliances, who to rival, why to rival them. Stuff like that. Really, if you get really good, you start using no CB wars, if you know what you're doing. That's actually the way to win the game as Rikuyu, is you know CB war people. That the tutorial for EU4, in my opinion, is notoriously bad. It's notoriously bad. It is absolutely awful. It's one of the worst tutorials I've seen. To be fair, they are trying to explain very, very advanced concepts that change a fair amount, but not good. Let's invade Haiti. Down with Haiti. We can actually embark our entire army. We should be able to win this rather easy. They've only got 16,000 troops. We'll take their capital, and then we'll island hop until we win. Because I hate island hopping. Ugh. I get the whole idea is that you're personally commanding your troops, but something like the Hearts of Iron auto command would be nice some days. Our heir died because he was too good. Thank you, game. Instead gave us a 156 weak heir. Nice improvement over the father, not as good as the mother, though. Yeah, we'll stick with it. We can afford a weak heir. We can just pretty much military power them up. The tutorial is really bad. What is Ulm's opinion of me? Why do you guys keep bringing up the Ulm thing? Ulm dislikes me slightly, -5. They don't really care. There we go. That should be the end of their military. Yep. 31% of the war already done. Quick barrage because I don't want to waste the time. I love how we haven't actually managed to core all the land we took in the last war, and we're already in other wars. That is the difficulty of conquering the world, I've been told. It's really not that easy to maintain good monarch points. Fired my level 4, got a level 3 that was cheaper, and then I'll promote him once I can afford it. Ulm is pretty much... Ulm is better than your average generic nation, but they're not a huge improvement. There you go, that war was pretty easily won there. Or, sorry, that battle, I should say. At some point I'll have to go smash that army. So let's eliminate this fleet if we can. Actually, their fleet is going to prove to be a little bit difficult, because they actually have a commander and I don't. Oh, move you in there. Let's promote that guy again. There we go. Now we're back to our full gain there. Get some Diplo ones. We're actually caught up in Diplo tech, which is amazing. Pretty stable. Oof. I don't know how much longer I'll keep the stream going, just looking around things. Starting to get a bit late on my end. I do have things I have to do eventually. Let's take as much land as we possibly can. We can't wipe them out. Oh, wow. Okay. Guess I'll have to pick my conquests. Let's take over the rest of Cuba, I think. Okay, we got Cuba. We'll take the Turks Islands. Yeah, we'll go for the Turks Islands next. Or I take all their non-Cuban island provinces. That also might be a good move. Mainly because I hate island hopping. If I take that, we've confined them to 2 islands. I can do that. I can handle island hopping twice. More than that, though, it becomes a nightmare. A quick move, wipe out their army again, probably, and then we should be all set. Best Italian nation for Navy? That's Naples. The Netherlands, I don't know. I don't actually know how they rank up compared to England, per se. England is really good on the naval front. They don't really even need to take naval ideas. Okay, we still got a little bit more fighting to do here, don't we? Let's split, do it quicker. It's all about speed, this game. I know that their government form gives them extra naval combat. Actually, you know what? We can check this out. We can do this. Because Holland exists, and they're almost the same as the Dutch, other than 5% Navy combat. So they got force limit, they've got naval fire leader, that's probably pretty solid. And then they got naval force limit. And then if they're the Dutch government form, I think they get 5% or 10% heavy combat. I think England's still better, though. Yeah, England's better. Morale of navies, heavy ship combat ability. Not as much for England in terms of force size, but I guess they don't need it, really. And they don't have the 2-liter fire bonus the Dutch get, but they do get a naval maneuver. Plus, as England, you actually might theoretically take a naval idea, whereas the Dutch, you really want trade. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty big, but, I mean, they don't tend to have a huge naval presence. They've just got a couple provinces on the ocean. Unlike England, who, half their territories are on the ocean. Really, this war is now just over if I can get control of the Turks Islands. There we go. I can. Can I take anything else? I know, I'm being ambitious, aren't I? Oh, I can't wipe them out completely. That's annoying. Well, progress. I don't really care about the coalition. We saw what happened last time with the coalition. I doubt much is going to change. I will, unfortunately, destroy my little bit of absolutism. Oh. Why isn't it increasing my overextension at all? Does anyone know why most of the land I take has no overextension? Is that because it's like something different about because it was a colonial nation originally? Seems kind of weird. We need another army on the field. We need 700 gold for that. Okay. We don't have 700 gold. Okay. We're probably going to end up in another coalition war at some point, but for now, get our troops off the islands. Yeah, the naval limits are insane. Plus, there's no real penalty for going over your naval force limit. It's really tiny, especially if you do light ships. So we're good. We got a lot of sailors coming in. I want to raise this army as soon as I can. Another war too. Coalition's only going to get larger for the time being. I don't really know what they're so angry about. They don't care much what happens in the Caribbean. But I guess these are the colonizers who care. Why Ragusa is caring? Not entirely sure. Why Ragusa and Venice care, but Tuscany doesn't? This is just like arbitrary stuff. Because Poland cares, and Poland is almost dead. I don't understand. Yeah, I guess that might be it. I'm so huge it's not even worth development. Well, actually, in my mind now, that will make a world conquest easier. I don't think I've ever had this level of development to actually analyze how much of a difference it makes. These lands are all trash, so we'll boost them. No rebels allowed. Yeesh, there's a lot of these provinces. Pretty much all the land I just took in the last couple wars, so. I just don't want to deal with rebels right now, especially if I'm in a coalition war. Making it so I don't get rebels is a good policy. And then they still want trouble. General died. Von Ploken. Whatever. Get you drilling there. Get you drilling there. March you south. We'll need to raise that army, don't I? Another 2. Where's my capital? Okay, so you can go back and watch it. My capital here is in Atacapa. Ideally, I should have put it here, to be honest. I wanted to put it close enough that I could get to this trade province relatively quickly. That way I had, a trade node roughly under control other than the Pueblo. Plus I wanted to be in the better provinces in the North America, of course being the Savannah provinces. I was able to really rapidly expand. If you actually, you know what, I'll do it briefly for people who are curious. Show timeline. So here's where we started, and here's the growth rate. I could use a drink, so. Okay, I will point out these 3 provinces should be registering, but for some reason they're not. I do own those. As you can see, there was very rapid growth, pretty much due solely to the Siberian frontiers. And now we've caught up to where we started today, with the most recent conquest being done, the last land absorbed, and we're back to present time. So as you can see, Siberian frontiers really overpowered. Really overpowered. This is what I went for ideas, if you're curious. 15 morale, 10 development costs, 10 tax, negative 15 fire damage received, 9 states. States not as useful, but I did that so I can get more to make more money. Discipline, I couldn't get any higher. Trade efficiency high, and then land maintenance, because of course, massive army. Let's start building this backup army. Come on, there we go, game. Perfect. We are going to go over our force limit, though. Fair amount, if I'm correct. We're going to go 13 over our force limit. I might want to change that at some point. Honestly, I should probably make some more states. Bogota. We're in Colombia, right? Bogota's in Colombia. Colombia. Where is Colombia in this whole mess? Bogota, Bogota. Wait, Colombia's up here, aren't I? Crazy. Yep, there we go. Colombia. Can't actually core all of it yet. That'll help a little bit with that problem I'm having. Helps a little bit on the force limit side. Spain's building up against us. Everybody's building up against us. I guess I'll stay friends with the Ottomans, since they seem to be the only people willing to help me. Morocco, out of the blue, is making a comeback as a Catholic kingdom. Go Morocco. Okay, we should still make money despite having over force limit stuff. Not as much as I would like, considering the cost of being over it is like, what, 13 gold, but the additional army should reduce the chance of a coalition. Nope, and I say that as I'm attacked by the coalition. Great. It's a much smaller coalition this time around. Did anyone notice that? Much smaller. Interest in enemy fleets on the American East Coast. Who is missing from this? Who's Great Britain? Huh. I'm pretty sure we're missing somebody from this coalition war against me, but either that I've just grown so much the sides are that much closer. Only outnumbered by 80k rather than more. Huh. Okay. Oh, we're at war. Time to deal with this. Where's the Siberian thing? I believe it was under admin ideas, oddly enough. It was either under admin ideas or Diplo ideas, and you need third Rome, I believe, for it. Can I actually? No, I can't merge the two armies. But I can move them as a single unit. Yeah. And no, I can't actually get enough to build those forts. I need to put a fort in my capital soon, otherwise they're just going to land and occupy it. I don't even think they have a level 1 fort there, do I? No. Oh well, we'll deal with what we got. I'll go for another 15 minutes till the nearest o'clock, and then we will stop. The French fleet is wandering around. Going to be a long one unless the Ottomans join us. There we are. They're fully moving to full force. Again, less troops. Probably Sweden hadn't been called in or something weird like that. On the other hand, we no longer have Portugal and the Ottomans to blunt our any invasion forces. I'll have to be a little careful of that. And my ruler died, so now I'm stuck with a regency council. Or regent. 625. I will take you as a ruler. 15 admin a month. That's nice. We do need to boost stability, though. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Third Rome, I think, is where the Siberian frontiers come in. I mean, I'm sure you could do something relatively similar without it. It's just that's the big bonus. I did something equivalent ages ago where you take, you give yourself a colonist, but the big focus is you give, actually, do you give yourself a colonist? I think you give yourself a colonist, but the big thing is you give yourself settlers per year, and you can still get rather large by the time the Europeans arrive. Especially if you take the coast and you develop the institutions. I was on par with the Europeans almost when they arrived. Australia is a bit unhappy with me. The French are actually sending troops into the Caribbean region. Without Great Britain, though, I've actually got an almost equivalent military. Haitian separatists. Let's stop you from revolting. This is going to take a while. Without the Ottomans or someone else on another great power on my side, it's going to drag on for ages. We got Spain and we got France against me. So another great power could theoretically intervene like the Ottomans did. I doubt it. That was pretty lucky with the Ottomans intervening. Especially, I don't know anybody who particularly hates the Papal State enough of the great powers. Maybe the Ottomans will once they finish fighting their way into Austria. Although it doesn't look like there's actually any combat in Austria itself. Huh. Oh, they're trying to wipe out these guys. Oh, that's what happened to the Ottoman armies. We'll let France occupy the Caribbean. I don't particularly care about it. Okay, bye average. Nice seeing you. We got only 10 minutes more here, so. And of course, for everybody who doesn't know, there is a Discord page. I don't know if the link is in the description or anything, but people set up and run multiplayer games there a fair amount. That is a problem. Wow, that's a long march. Guess I gotta do it. Okay. Are we gonna get there before Spain arrives? We are. Okay. Any chance Spain didn't take defensive? Spain didn't take defensive, so we actually should have superior morale. That's about it. Huh. Well, that was fast. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you think you're busy and then you find out, hey, I've actually got some more time than I thought I did. But I'm only here for 10 more minutes, so. And that would be a resounding victory for the Prussian defenders. Spain is being forced this direction. Should have figured Spain would be the first here, considering they have colonies in their region. Huh? There's apparently a separate coalition war. How did I manage to get into two separate coalition wars at the same time? What in the world? Oh, this sucks. It's not like I'm in any trouble. It's just going to be a pain waiting till both wars are over. Just because I don't even think Ragus is going to reach the New World. Yeah, let's do that. The Dutch not being involved in the war is kind of nice. Where are you going? Oh, you're going there. Okay. Did I catch him? Caught him. Okay. Can we stack wipe these guys, please? Actually, I don't really want to stack wipe them. I kind of want to keep hunting them for the war progress. They actually should be triggering that now. Interesting. Looks like people are going to try and land troops in this region. Can I get military access from the Dutch? I can. Let's pull you back. If Venice is arriving and the Knights arriving, looks like the war is going to be in Brazil rather than North America. If that's the case, we'll pull one of these divisions down. It's going to take them, you know, a whole 2 years to march here, but hope you're going there. Now is when I'd actually like to stack wipe these guys. Nope, too late. They ticked over to another month. We didn't get manufacturers. That is actually frustrating. Where did it fire? Bohemia. Okay. Okay. Not too happy about that, but we're going to get it reasonably fast in our core provinces. That is rather annoying. Rather annoying indeed. Let's quick get a claim or two on you. And then we're going to send out for military access from the Dutch. Maybe smash the Spanish army once and for all? Yes, stack wiped. Perfect. That is a growing problem. We don't even have forced march yet. Okay, going well. The punitive war is in fact massively in my favor now. The Pope still has no interest in giving up. I don't know how Savoy, Australia, and Ragusa are going to be a problem though. Yes, hello Bombic FX. Hello. I think I said hello. Well, I'll say it again. Hello. I need this army down here. Quickly. Interesting. The Danes are going to land in Rio Grande. You know what? Do I actually have a military advisor up and running? A reinforced speed. Let's get something better. Sure, we can win this, but no reason to make it harder on ourselves. And that is the Danish army defeated, and now we will be hit by the French and the Venetians. The French are actually a serious problem. Huh. Well, we survived that, so big victory on our part. That reduced fire damage coming through. That's really strong. I just got to prevent them from all joining together. Almost halfway towards peace. Might have to wait until I get back on the next stream to finish this, but considering how easy it's going for us, not particularly worried. No invasion in North America. And it looks like I'm going to catch and kill the Dutch army unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong. Although the French will be there as well, which is a little worrisome. Or not. We're apparently just going to stomp them regardless. Where are they going to retreat to? They're probably going to retreat back over there. This guy's going to die. Oh no, he'll actually survive. Quick barrage that. I want to catch these guys, they're just too fast. How much more do I have to do with this before you just say, oh, we can't win and give up? We're outnumbered still, 2, almost 3 to 1, but it doesn't make a difference, we're that strong. Should I be annoying and I shouldn't... Actually, it doesn't do anything to militarize Prussia because I lose 10 a month. Yeah, that's not a big bonus there. We actually did just get a nice little war score boost there for smashing the Venetian army. It looked fully, actually. Still working our way in there. We got to prevent the French from landing an entire invasion army. Really, in terms of military, the French are a major threat. 97,000, yeah. Only one to fear is French itself. And we lost that tiny little battle, but I'm not too worried. Instead, smash the Danish army, smash the arriving French army, hopefully before it arrives. Nope, they were smart enough to back off. North America is still being protected by my mighty fleet. Actually, no, the French snuck in elsewhere. Sneaky French. Sneaky, sneaky French. Curious as to where the knights ended up. Oh, they're just down there sieging. So that could be a problem. Where is my army marching from? They've still got a ways to go. Okay. We'll have them arrive. They should help. Fair amount. The French apparently have forced march. Do we have forced march? I don't think we do we? Oh, you can't apply it, I don't think, when you're moving. Yeah, you can only order stationary units to force march, of course. Rather weird policy, to be honest. Yeah, well, if you're heavily outnumbered, you have to have superior troops. That's pretty much what it comes down to. You still can, of course, get overwhelmed in terms of units, but superior troops make all the difference. And we definitely have superior troops. And that should be the end of that French army, or at least as a powerhouse. Spanish are landing more and more troops. And apparently so are the Venetians down south. Or they're just occupying. Oh, the French are running away. Get back here, French. Actually, where's my other army? Oh, they're still a ways away. I say, if we can cut them off, that would be nice. What is their movement? They've got a, what is that, 4? No, that's 2. We've got a 1. We're only ever going to catch them if they wander into a really bad position, it looks like. And it looks like we're still going to catch them. Good. Nope, they got away. These French. These French are fast. The fast French. Oy, oy, oy. Where are you guys going? I'm gonna end up chasing them all across South America just to get like 5 war score, probably. And that's another French army beaten. Oh, they're trying to sneak back through there. Okay. This time, can we actually catch these guys? Nope, they're going to get away again, aren't they? Superior fleets. Yeah, if you've got a superior fleet, you're in great shape. Haitian separatists. That actually is a bit of an issue. Okay, looks like I actually have to suppress people. Really? There's almost a 0% chance of this unrest increasing, and yet it is. And we caught the French army. Now we're going to be able to beat the French army. Yes, in the end we did. Close fight, though. Close fight. And of course they're occupying tons of provinces in the south. Because they're annoying and don't seem to recognize the value of actually winning battles. They should be stopped by the forts eventually, but... Anyhow. Okay, I actually should move to stop soon. This is 2 hours now. That's about how much I was going to do. I was wrong when I said I'd stop at an o'clock, I guess. So, I guess that will be it. Unless all of a sudden the Pope says, nope, we're done. It isn't. So, I guess I'll end this here. That was about, what, 30 years of gameplay? 20, 30 years? At least? Or more? We're definitely the largest nation in the world. We are up to almost 3,000, a little bit over 3,800, and we're still making roughly the same amount of money we were when we started. Interesting. It's a bit frustrating. Anyhow, I'll figure out what I'm doing wrong next time and actually get this achievement. We're on our way. I mean, there's almost no way we fail now. So, thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't, please subscribe. Check out our Discord. And hopefully I'll see you guys in another stream. Bye for now.